Yes, yes, gentlemen, it's that time again. I'm going to make a video that is going to make a lot of people very upset. I'm going to make a video that is going to have a ton of people writing insanely hateful comments about me and all that kind of stuff, okay? It's time I address reality once again. And to do so, I have to get called a clout chaser and a liar and all of the above, but I'm going to do it for the fun of it. Because every single time I post a video with just undeniable proof, I look around out in the Tarkov landscape and I see the same agenda over and over and over. Now, in my own community, I can quickly figure out who these people are and what their agenda is, whether they be a cheater themselves, linked to the streamer involved, or someone I've previously exposed on an alt even. But in this video, I'm going to break down my experiences with this kind of behavior and what I have figured out when it comes to this type of stuff. Let's get into the video.
Direkt mal, das ist keine Entschuldigung. Du gibst einem den Auftrag, andere Leute zu beobachten, indem er Cheats benutzt. In meinen Augen, wie seht ihr das? In meinen Augen nicht entschuldbar, das Verhalten. Punkt, aus, Ende.
Sir Hans Vader, a Tarkov YouTuber, would react to my latest Sherpa video. And in this video, we are seeing more of the classic Tarkov player base cope in its greatest form. This is what is wrong with this game at its finest. Now, yes, I'm someone who has cheated. Yes, I don't play this game anymore. Yes, I'm banned. I don't expect you to watch this content and just believe everything I say. That is why I go above and beyond. That is why I have to sometimes do ridiculous things to prove to people that these people are cheating. Because if what everyone was saying about me was true and I was just some wacko sitting here claiming that people cheat with no evidence, nobody would even know my name. Nobody would even bother speaking about me. Back to Sir Hans Vader. He is a German content creator. He will react to my video. At no point does he disclose that he is friends with the Sherpa, and he would make an entire video completely discrediting everything in my content. And if you somehow manage to go on over to his channel and click on his most popular content, it's often him reacting to my content or the issues that I speak on. Now, I scrolled through some of those videos and I never saw him once criticize me for my past. I guess he must have forgot to hold me 1000% accountable for my past until I decided to speak on his German friend and Sherpa, Exot TV. Now, that's a no-no. Once 10IQ does that, then 10IQ must be held 1000% accountable for everything he does, and he is the worst human on earth. Remember that, guys.
Gleich wie der Mann über andere Streamer und so redet. Es ist abfällig. Er ist der Meinung, Streamer sind in so einer bösen, geheimen Gruppe. Wir haben alle so eine böse Sekte, wo er ausgeschlossen wird. Und wir klauen Viewer und Bot, aber er ist der gute Cheater, weißt du? Das ist so seine Mentalität.
And anything to do with cheaters running around killing people in game. That's
Leute, er will nichts zu tun haben mit Cheaten. Er promotet zwar einen Cheat hier, aber er will nichts zu tun haben mit Cheatern.
I wonder what Sherpa...
Was bringt es einem Radar-Cheater zuzugucken in einem Raid, auch wenn du dem 100 Raids zuguckst? Was bringt das der Community an Informationen als großes Ganzes zurück? Den Part check ich nicht. Was ist seine Rechtfertigung, Chat? Ich raff's nicht. Will er damit rausfinden, so prozentual, wie viele Leute cheaten oder was? Zahlen haben wir seit Jahren. Was glaubt er, ist sein Mehrwert in seiner Mission?
Sir Hans Vader TV would go on to say that my content is solely just cheat promotion, and why I would show cheats and talk about it is just so horrific and terrible, and how dare I'm the lowest human on earth. Now, if you watch Sir Hans Vader's most popular content, it's him often reacting to my content and anything to do with cheating, okay? If you scroll down, I mean, he doesn't do too great unless he speaks about my content or cheating in general, if you look at this guy's content. But if your opinion, Sir Hans Vader TV, is that what I'm doing is solely promoting cheating, then why are you putting that content on your platform if that's your honest opinion all of a sudden? Unless it's not your opinion, and it's only your opinion now that I've spoken on your friend, the Sherpa. Incredible stuff, that. I find that very confusing.
So don't watch this as fact, watch this as information to take in and make your own judgment call.
Ja,
Just
sauber. Ey, ich hätte es nicht besser formulieren können. Hutch einfach wie immer. Er hat ein bisschen Main-Character-Syndrom, der Typ. Leider hat er nicht die Anime-Frisur dafür. Vielleicht so einen Seitenscheitel, einen großen, ein paar abstehende Haare, I don't know, wirksam macht. Aber seine Methoden sind fragwürdig und es ist immer so ein Hass dabei. Weißt du, es ist immer ein, oh, alle scheiß Streamer sind alle in der Verschwörung und scheiß Tarkov und es ist immer alles so negativ.
Sir Hans Vader would repeat the timeless classic that you will see everywhere about this channel. He would basically spend this entire video role-playing a person who just hates anyone who's cheated in a video game. However, he forgot to criticize the person in front of him that he also says is cheating. At no point in this video does he hold that person accountable or say his opinion on the person cheating in the video, who he states is a cheater. He just forgets to hold that guy accountable and spends the entire video holding only me accountable. Now, this is a classic thing you will see happen with my channel. These people roleplay people that just hate cheaters so much. However, their opinion of me is just so horrific and terrible while watching my content, but yet they forget that they hate cheaters so much, and the proven cheater in front of them, that just goes over their head completely, and they forget to be mad at that guy. And it usually always turns out that they have some kind of connection with someone I've previously exposed or someone I'm exposing now. They're either a follower, the person on an alt, a cheater themselves, or had some kind of dealings with me somewhere along the way, which is most of the Tarkov community now, after 2.5 years of doing this. Now, Hans Vader would scream to the German community not to watch my content and to be very careful of it. However, 5% of my audience is now German. So clearly people are seeing straight through this blatant attempt to try and drown out 10IQ's channel and the reality behind it. And the Tarkov community is not as stupid as it seems. It's 2025. Content creators can no longer scam their audiences and continue these behaviors and get away with it. There's a person sitting in this chair talking to you right now with autism who will tell you how it is. Now, I know what you're thinking. Forget about the haters, 10IQ. Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. No, this behavior is enabling the people cheating in this game. This is the second biggest issue apart from cheating. It's the enabling behavior that I have dealt with on this channel since day one. It's 10IQ such a cool guy. I'm going to react to all his videos. God, his content is amazing. Then the second 10IQ exposes your teammate or your friend, 10IQ's a horrible human, 10IQ's a cheater, 10IQ's promoting cheating. It's not reality. You can't flick the switch like that. If you're someone who hates cheating, all the power to you. You don't have to like me, but by God, you're gonna love my channel because all I do is point them out. That's all I do here. But for some reason, that makes these people who role play hating cheaters so bad just so upset, but only if it's their friend or teammate. Now, let's just be clear for a second. I'm gonna break down a scenario, okay? Let's just imagine you are a big Tarkov Chad driving around in your $250,000 car and you just hate drug addicts oh so bad. You just hate them so much, and that is just your ultimate agenda. You just hate people that are addicted to drugs just so bad. So you drive on down to the local rehab. Now, people who work and volunteer at these rehabs, 100% of them have been previous drug addicts, okay? They spend their time counseling current drug addicts, probably to feel better about themselves for the terrible things they did in the past, okay? Now imagine that you just hate drug addicts so much that you pull up at a rehab and walk up to the guy in the chair counseling someone because you hate drug addicts, remember? And anyone who's ever been one is a terrible person. You walk right up to that guy in the chair and say, "Hey man, just popped in to say you're a complete piece of shit." And then you get back in your car and drive off. But wait, why would you direct your hate towards the person trying to help who's clearly changed and spent years doing the same thing? You'd have to be quite the confused soul. It's almost insulting that these people go out into the community pretending that that's their agenda. It's not reality, okay? They always have an agenda. There's always something going on with these people. They either cheat, support cheaters, enable cheaters. Their favorite streamer got exposed, all of the above. It's a fellow content creator. It could be anything. There's always an agenda. And something I noticed in my Discord once I started cracking down on people and cheating activity or cheating in the past, something I noticed once I started doing that and kicking these accounts that weren't honest about their cheating past, pretty much all of the criticism of my content went away instantly. Once I removed these people from my community that either have cheated or are cheating and weren't honest, no one ever in my Discord ever criticizes me for my videos about cheating. No one. Like, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It literally went away instantly as soon as I cracked down on these people. What does that tell you?